what's up everybody? It's Amaya. So today's video is going to be my annual top whatever of whatever year. So this year I'm doing top 20 of 2019. Last year I did top 20 of 2018. So these products in here are products that I used a ton in 2019. They may have been in my collection prior to 2019. They may have been released years ago. Maybe they were released this year. It doesn't matter. As long as I used them a ton this year, that's what matters. And it doesn't matter if I got them in the beginning of the year, middle of the year, towards the end of the year. If it was a standout product that I feel like deserves some recognition and that I really enjoyed this year, it's in this pile. And it was actually really harder than I thought to narrow down these products. I thought that, you know, I didn't discover a ton of new and amazing products this year, but actually I had like 30 products and I had to narrow it down, which was insane. It was a lot. I was very, very, very surprised. It's actually quite hard to narrow it down. We are also fighting through some cramps right now, which is wonderful. I actually had to stop doing my makeup in the middle of doing it because my cramps were so bad. I also would like to give a quick shout out to Celine Lena for my earring suggestion for today. She had commented on my high-end makeup worth your money video that I looked great, which thank you, you're so sweet, and that I could wear even 1 inch larger hoops. And I told her that I had a really big pair of hoops that I had never worn because I was just like too scared to do it. And she commented, "So you know what to do in your next video." And I just loved that so much. Thank you so much, Celine, for commenting that. Here they are. These are the biggest hoops that I own if anybody else was interested. These are for you. I'm doing it. I'm wearing them. So yeah, that is it. Without further ado though, let's hop right into the video. All right, so let's just start in the order of things that you would put on your face. So we'll start with primers. I did not discover a whole lot of new favorites for primers this year. I really only have one primer that really stood out to me this year, and it is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is the best primer that I have found from the drugstore, like, period. This primer is awesome for so many different people. It's just like a little solid putty, just like this. You put your finger into it, you could scoop it out if you want. It's just kind of like a nice smooth consistency. It's the slightest bit tacky, but not much. And it just smooths out any pores or fine lines. It wears really well under makeup. It doesn't get oily or greasy. It doesn't make your makeup move around. It really keeps everything nice and put. I love when I'm able to find something like this that is so awesome and like above so many other products, and it's also at an affordable price, so pretty much anybody can get their hands on this. It is an excellent primer. I think no matter what skin type you are, you could definitely use this. And then the second primer I have is actually an eyeshadow primer, and this label is super worn off, so I had to look up the name of this. It is the Angel Eyes Primer from Luscious Cosmetics. It seems similar in concept to the P. Louise primer. It primes your eyes and makes your eyeshadow stay, but it also cancels everything out. And it is just so good. I love the consistency of it. It's not too thin and liquidy, and it's also not too stiff, which is awesome. I feel like it makes my eyeshadows last longer, and it also, like I said, conceals your eyes. So you kind of do that primer and concealer step all in one. I have very oily eyelids, and this does not make my eyeshadows crease or feel gross on my lids, which is a big issue for me. I do set it with a cream colored shadow, but that's really the only extra work you have to do with this. I think I got this in a subscription box, honestly, this year, and I'm so glad that I did. This is one of those products that makes me really happy to have a subscription box because it's something I never would have found otherwise. I never would have discovered this. Okay, so obviously there's going to be some controversy over this next step, but I do my brows before foundation, so I'm going to mention brows next. I have 2 products here for brows, and they're both drugstore products, which we love. The first one is kind of a recent discovery as far as this particular product, but not for this type of product, if that makes sense. This is the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Retractable Brow Pencil. This one's in the shade medium brown. I do prefer a different shade. It's a little bit lighter. It's not taupe. Ash brown? I think it's ash brown. It's a little bit cooler toned and a little bit lighter than medium brown is, but medium brown is the shade that I'm using right now. And I discovered this particular product in like October, November, but this style of brow pencil, this like triangular, thicker type of brow pencil, I discovered a while ago, and I've been using a lot throughout this year. I've decided that skinny brow pencils just are not for me. They make my eyebrows look too drawn on, and it also takes me a long time. Whereas this, I just scroll it up, sketch everything in, it kind of fills it all in, I brush it through, add some powder and some gel, and I'm done. So it's just so much simpler for me to use a product like this. The triangle part of it is a lot thinner than some of the other ones that I've used. Some of them have a very thick triangle, which I feel is what scares people off because it seems very, very thick, whereas this one kind of has that triangle shape, but it's a lot thinner. It's a nice thin slant, but this one is obviously the most affordable and honestly the best out of every one that I tried. So I really, really like this, and if you like that style of brow pencil as well, you will love this. And then the second product that I have for brows is from e.l.f., another e.l.f. product, and it is the Wow Brow Brow Gel. This one's in the shade Deep Brown, which is the shade that I personally use on myself. And oh my gosh, I have this in 3 different shades because I use it on clients, and it is just the best brow gel I've ever used, you guys. I love the spoolie. It's so small, but it's not too thin, so you don't get that giant deposit of product that doesn't brush through. This one does brush through very nicely. It deposits a good amount of product. There's some fibers in there for volumizing, but not too much, and the fibers don't fall all over the place. It is gonna fill in and plump your brows a little bit, and it also makes everything stay really nicely. And it doesn't give your brows that like crunchy, overdone feeling. You know, when you can kind of feel your brows on your face, it doesn't make it feel like that. For people that have brows already that are nice and formed and you just want to fill them in a little bit, this will literally be your best friend because it is so good. And for those of you that are like me and have to give a little bit more work to your brows, it works great for that as well. It works for every type of brow, which I think is just incredible, and I love it so much. It's also such a good price, so definitely check this out. Okay, another controversy, but I also do my eyeshadow before my face, so we're gonna talk about eyeshadow next. With eyeshadow palettes, it was really hard for me to choose one because I did not try that many eyeshadow palettes that I fell in love with this year, and I don't know what it was. I just feel like I didn't try a whole lot of eyeshadow palettes in general because I have a lot, and I just wasn't impressed by the palettes that came out this year. But anyways, the palette that I'm gonna mention today is the Baked Browns palette from Dose of Colors. You guys will see it's a little beat up, especially that cream shade right here. It's a little messy. It might have dropped a little bit. But I love this palette. It is so gorgeous. And I love all the colors in here because they're all different. This is how you do a curated, easy to use, versatile, matte palette. This is how you do it. This first shade's a nice cream. This is a nice warm brown. This is a light warm brown with a little bit of red in it. This is like a reddish terracotta, and this is a dark brown. And it works so well. All the colors look very different. You can kind of mix and match them to create your own type of look. The shadows are so creamy and so pigmented. They're just beautiful, beautiful eyeshadows. I really like them. They blend very nicely. They wear for a long time, and they're really nice. This is a more higher priced item, but I really do think that it's worth it. And they have a ton of other color stories if you don't like this type of brown one. I just really like the formula on these, the blendability. It's just a really nice staple palette, and I am totally going to be using this so much more in the upcoming year. Okay, so continuing on with our eyeshadow theme, I'm going to talk about some ColourPop Super Shock shadows. There's just always going to be ColourPop Super Shock shadows in my favorites of the year because they're my favorite eyeshadows to exist of all time. I have a gajillion of them and I use them so much. I use them every single day. I'm wearing some right now. It is what it is. I love them. But I have 2 here to mention that I think are just so excellent. The first one is the shade Amaze, and this is their Ultra Glitter formula. You can get this one on Ulta, I believe, as well as ColourPop. But it's just a gorgeous rose gold kind of bronzy shade. I talk about this one, I think, in my top 10 ColourPop eyeshadows video from this year, but it's so beautiful. I love how textured and gorgeous it makes your eyes. You can wear it with a full eye look. You can wear it just kind of on its own for a little bit of sparkle. Just a beautiful shade with some glitter in it, but it's not too chunky, not too standout glittery. It's just a gorgeous shimmer shade, and I absolutely love it. And then the second one is the shade Ritz, which is Oh my god, I have a second one of these because I'm almost hitting pan on this one. I mentioned this one in my top 10 ColourPop eyeshadows as well. It's one of their ultra metallic formulas, but it's basically like a nude color, like a light brownish nude with little like silvery glitters in it. So it looks like almost a sheer wash on the eyes with just some glitter, which makes it so versatile. You can use it for a warm look, neutral look, smoky look, colorful look. Like, it's one of those like perfect glitter shades if you're just looking at your eye look and you're like, I need a little extra sparkle. Done. And it literally will make any eyeshadow that you have look sparklier, which is amazing. I've never tried an eyeshadow like this. I cannot stress how gorgeous this one is. I use them with glitter primer and without, same wear time. It's awesome. I do have one more eyeshadow product to mention, and this is the NYX Foil Play Cream Eyeshadow, and it's in the shade Beauty Buzz. Oh my gosh. I was really a fan of these like putty cream eyeshadow thingies that came out. There's a couple of other brands that have ones like this. I love this shade. First off, it's like the perfect gold. Perfect gold for like any eyeshadow look. It just makes you look so sparkly and effortless. Oh my goodness. And I don't find that this creases, which is the biggest thing. I find that the J-Cat ones do crease on me a little bit, but this one creases on me the least. I can actually wear this and not set it with another eyeshadow and have it wear pretty well, which is a big thing for me because, like I said in the beginning, I have oily eyelids, so everything creases on me. There's a lot of colorful shades in this line, which is also really cool, but if you're looking for a nice neutral shade, a nice kind of essential shade to start out with, I would highly recommend this one. It is gorgeous. Okay, now we are going to move on to talking about foundation. Foundations were one of those things where I just didn't try a whole lot new this year. I didn't buy a whole lot of new ones. I just kind of used stuff that I had from last year, but I do have one to share with you guys that I really, really loved, and it is the Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation from L'Oreal. It wears beautifully, it looks gorgeous on the skin, it's a really nice finish, it's not too matte, not too dewy, it's very lightweight. It just looks so natural and beautiful on the skin, yet still gives you coverage, still gives you that nice flawless look without looking like cake face. I love the pump on it. It's really nice. It just is so good. It's just great. It's one of those products that was really hyped up and then kind of went away, but I tried it and then was like, okay, yeah, I understand the hype because this was freaking fantastic. All right, let's talk about a tool real quick. I have to mention these Beauty Bakery sponges. They are the Beauty Bakery Blending Eggs Beauty Sponge. You get six of them for $18, which is one, a great value, and two, so good that it's almost too good to be true, right? Wrong. I absolutely love these guys. I got them and used them, and you guys, they are some of the best sponges I have ever used. The only thing I will say is that the blue ones are softer and better, in my opinion, than the pink ones that come in this pack. I don't know what it is, but the blue ones just, to me, in my package, work better. I don't know if that's like across the board, that's how it is. I don't know. They blend in makeup so nicely without sucking up too much product, and I love the shape because it's that beauty blender type of shape. These also get really big. Like really big when you wet them, which I think is awesome. I really love that. I just like sponges that are nice and big and then I can just blend in very easily. It's so good. So yeah, definitely check these out. Super good. Okay, so I'm gonna talk very quickly about this concealer. I mentioned it in my last video, so like I said, I'm not going to talk about it too much. It is the Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer. You can get this at Ulta, and it is just so nice. It's the only high-end concealer that I have found that I think is worth it, and that's the reason why I'm including it as opposed to some of my other concealer favorites from this year. This concealer stood out to me because I think it is worth the high-end price tag, which I don't think about really any concealer because you can find so many amazing ones at the drugstore. This is the only one that I will repurchase at a high-end price tag. You can also get it at TJ Maxx and Marshalls right now, which is awesome because even more discounted price. I just love the natural way that it makes your face look, yet it doesn't wear off very easily or move around or anything like that. So I absolutely love this concealer. All right, so I don't have a bronzer or blush to talk about because I'm just using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer because I always use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And for blushes, I'm just kind of going between a bunch of different kinds. I didn't have one that I used consistently throughout the entire year, but I do have 2 highlighters to talk about. The first one you guys will also recognize because I've talked about it a ton. It is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Glow in Perla. I talked about this in my last video as well, so check it out if you want to hear my more in-depth thoughts on this. But basically, you know, cliff notes on this, it is a cream highlighter that dries down, but not too fast. You can still work with it. It dries down and stays like a powder highlighter, but it looks like a liquid highlighter, and it's not sticky. That's literally all you need to know about this, and that should make you sold on it. It is so, so, so good. It doesn't have any chunky glitter in it. It's very beautiful looking on the skin, and like I said, it dries down like a powder and stays like a powder, but it's a liquid. So if you're looking for a new liquid highlighter to try out, I highly recommend this. They also have some of these at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, so check out there. But it's so good. And then for powder highlighter, this is one that I could not get enough of, especially in the summer. Oh my gosh, it is so gorgeous. This is the IBY or Ibby Beauty. I'm not sure how to say it. It's their Radiant Glow highlighter in 24K Magic. Oh, I've hit pan on this. I know this is a little size. I got this in an Ipsy bag, but oh my gosh. One of the best highlighters I have ever used. If there's anything that's going to give the Ultra highlighters a run for their money, it's these ones. They are so intense and creamy and glossy and shiny and metallic and not glittery and just, oh my gosh, they make you look like you're glowing magically. It's unreal the amount of shine that these have. I use these on days where I didn't have like any makeup on. I just had a nice tan that I kind of wanted to play up. It looked perfectly fine. Didn't look weird on the skin or accentuate anything. I use this on my body so much because it's the perfect shade to put on when you have a nice tan going on. And I use this when I would have a full face of makeup. It looked beautiful either way. This covers the spectrum. You can wear it with little makeup or a ton of makeup or anything in between. It's so good and it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, like, oh, I love it so much. If you're able to get this shade's just unreal, but I think they have other shades as well. I'm assuming they won't just have one shade. I haven't looked, but hopefully they have more shades because then you can get it if you're a different shade. But oh my god, it's so good. Oh my god, I love it. Okay, so before I go into talking about the rest of my products, I am going to mention one product that I just use so much throughout this year, and I don't want to say it's one of my favorites because there's a couple things about it that make me a little mad, but I can't not talk about it. It is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. So I went through a good 3 or 4 cans of this year, and it's $16 for 2.8 fluid ounces. I have a little bit of an issue with that price tag because it's like a little bit high. The thing that makes this stand out is its aerosol spray. I love it so much. If you are a working makeup artist, this is an excellent setting spray because it doesn't hit people in the face. And that's the issue that I have when I always put setting spray on someone. I always like warn them and talk them through like, okay, don't move your face, you know, this is gonna be a little wet, just, you know, bear with me basically. But with this one, I just tell them to close their eyes and to, you know, hold a breath, and I spray it over them, and no one like does the jerk, you know what I'm talking about, when you spray someone in the face with something unexpectedly with their eyes closed and they're like, you don't get that because the mist is so fine, and it's awesome for touch-ups as well because you just kind of you can do it without looking, just kind of like a brainless nice little spray, and it sets your makeup so well. It makes everything stay, and it also makes everything look natural. And the spray is amazing. The only issue I have with it is the price, so you do kind of go through it, especially if you're using it every day or if you're using it on a lot of people. So it's the only issue I have with it. I wish they would come out with a bigger size, but it is so good. And I didn't want to love it as much as I did, but I do. All right, moving into a couple more eye products. I have 2 eyeliners to mention, which is weird for me because I have never used pencil eyeliners as much as I have before this year. I don't know what got into me, but pencil eyeliners were my shizzle this year. And the first one I have to mention is one that you guys have probably heard me talk about a bunch, and this is the LA Girl Glide gel liner in Very Black. I can't even read the name of it because it is a little nub at this point. I have sharpened it so much. But this is the best black eyeliner I have ever used. It stays put. It is super black. It's not shiny. It blends well. It's just so good, and it's like super cheap. LA Girl is a very affordable brand. It is one of those brands that you can find some really amazing products in there for super cheap, and you're just like, oh my god, how can they do this? But yet I tried a $25 eyeliner and it's not even that good. That's how I feel about this guy. I've tried a lot of black eyeliners, and ever since I've tried this one, I use it every single day. There's nothing that compares to it. It's so good. Whatever it is about this one, it's amazing, and it's really cheap, so go pick it up. They also have a bunch of other shades, which is really cool, so definitely check these out. And then the other eyeliner that I have to mention is this Endless Silky Eye Pen from Pixi. It is in the shade Copper Glow, and oh my gosh, you guys. So I don't really love anything from Pixi because I think they're way overpriced, but I think I got this in a subscription box, maybe, an Ipsy, I don't remember. But this is the most beautiful shade for green eyes. It's like a coppery, purplish, brownish, shimmery eyeliner. I don't know how to describe it, but it makes green eyes pop. Oh my gosh, I love this so much when I have a nice warm eyeshadow look on, or even if I don't have that much eye makeup on, but I just kind of want to make my look a little smokier, I'll just pop this in my waterline, and it wears for a decently long time, especially for being like a shimmery eyeliner. It doesn't make you look sick either, because that's the issue with some purple eyeliners. They make you look sick because they might have too much red in them, too much bluish purple, and it makes your eyes look kind of weird. But if you have green eyes or blue eyes, or brown eyes, if you have any color eye, but especially green eyes, check this guy out. I love it so much. The formula, like I said, is great, but the color about it, I can't find another color like this. It's unreal. Okay, so I have a mascara to mention today, and you guys, again, this is not something I'm gonna go too in depth about because you guys have heard me rant and rave about this for a long time, and I just really have pumped up my use of it this year. And I did mention it in my last video as well. This is the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. Because I mentioned it in my last video, like with all the other products that I mentioned in that video, I'm not going to talk too long about this. All you need to know is that it makes your lashes look so long. It holds a curl. It lasts you a long time. The brush is amazing. The formula is amazing. It doesn't smudge. It doesn't smear. It's perfection. I cannot find a drugstore mascara that is comparable to this, and that's what makes it stand out to me, because I can find drugstore dupes or drugstore comps for like anything except for a couple products, and this is one of them. It is so good. I love it so much. It's amazing. Yay. Check it out. It goes on sale from time to time, and when you find it on sale, stock up, because it's a little pricey, but if you can find it half off or like 40% off, buy it because it's so good. All right, I have two lashes to mention here, and they're both fairly affordable actually. One's drugstore and then one's just, you know, affordable. The first ones that I have to mention are the Cocoa lashes in the style 9 to 5. So first of all, 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton, one of my favorite songs ever. So good, which is the reason why I originally bought these lashes. It didn't really have anything to do with the style. It was more just like, oh my god, 9 to 5, I love that song, let me buy those lashes. But these have quickly become my most favorite lashes in the entire world. This is actually a new pack because I went through them. I actually broke them because I wore them that much. They started to fall apart because I would wear them so much. This is what they look like out of the package. This is a brand new pair. I have not worn these yet. And oh my god, they are so gorgeous. They're thick and voluminous, but they're not too crazy. They make your eyes just look so gorgeous. Oh my god, I love them so much. I'm wearing the style Heiress from Cocoa Lashes, which I also really love. These ones might be a new favorite because I really like how they make my eyes look. But I'm a fan of lashes that aren't too cat eye like. I don't like when they're super thin in the corner and then super full on the outer corners, because I find that one looks unnatural, and two makes my eyes look too small. I like lashes that are more, you know, kind of even all the way across. I feel like it gives me that nice open round look to my eyes, and these guys do that so well without looking too crazy. So they are awesome. Check them out. I love Cocoa Lashes in general. You can find so many different styles on there. If you're looking for a great drugstore lash, I did mention the Ardell Wispies in my last year's video. But I have to say, the faux mink wispies have outshined all the other wispies in my life. They just have. I buy these whenever I'm going to be doing client makeup too, because they look good on everybody. Like literally these do not look bad on any single person. They're full and gorgeous, but they're light and natural looking. So you do get that nice false lash effect without them looking too fake and spidery, if you know what I mean. I absolutely love these. You can wear these for every day. You can wear these with an eyeshadow look. You can wear them with liner. Like they look good with everything. I just absolutely love them. And I don't know what it is about the faux mink style. I think they're just placed a little bit differently and they're a little bit thicker than the regular wispies, and it just pumps them up just that little bit and makes them stand out so much. So I absolutely love them. If you're looking for a great drugstore lash, highly recommend these. They're also really easy to put on and super comfortable to wear, which are big musts when it comes to lashes. Okay, I have only one lip product to mention because honestly, I've been getting seriously annoyed with lip products. Honestly, when I'm in school all day, I end up eating it off or licking it off. Like, it does not live on my lips for very long at all. But there is one product that I did use for a good majority of the year and that I absolutely love and I think is just so good. This is the Maybelline Shine Lipstick in the shade Baddest Beige. I have mentioned this in quite a few videos as well, but I have to give it a shout out because it is so good. I have this in another shade as well, which I do like, but the best shade honestly is Baddest Beige. It looks so good over any nude lip. Like, I'll just put some on right now. Like, doesn't it look so good? It makes your lips look so shiny and gorgeous, and it's the perfect nude shade that just looks good on so many different people. It's not too warm, not too peachy, not too brown, just like that nice in-between, not too pink, you know? It looks really, really good. I just love it. It's super comfortable as well, and it wears for a fairly long time for being a shiny type of lipstick. Doesn't dry out your lips or make them feel crunchy or weird, so I love it so much, and that's the reason why it's in this favorites video. So that is it, you guys. I hope you guys liked this video. I really enjoyed using all these products, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, if these are the only products that I could use for like the next year, I could survive. I would be fine because I really love all these products. They are awesome. I highly recommend all of them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know your thoughts down below, what your favorites for this year were, what you guys think about the earrings, and what you thought about these products that I mentioned. I would love to hear your opinions. So yeah, give this a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.